Joining me now is Operations Director of Sole Strategies, Amani Wells-Onyioha. Amani, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me. Happy to be back.
We get together every few months and we do a sort of pulse check on the Democratic Party, on 2024 in general. This time is no different. Some news broke last week that Congressman Dean Phillips, he's a Democrat, is challenging Joe Biden in 2024. What's your take?
I watched a bunch of his interviews and I am pleased to see him entering the race. I think he's providing a fresh perspective. He's younger, which is something that a lot of voters were concerned about as far as Biden's longevity. He has a lot of new innovative ideas. He's challenging the corporations, which we don't really often see, where he's challenging campaign finances. He wants to bring the party together. He wants to talk peace. And it's just kind of seeming like something that a lot of voters were looking for on the Democratic ticket. I know we spoke about this before, but a lot of people were feeling kind of forced into one category. So it's nice to see somebody step up and provide a different option for people, especially somebody who's interested in breaking the status quo and being a new face to the leadership of the party.
I want to talk about that even further because he did compliment Joe Biden. He believes Joe Biden did a great job, but he's looking to the future. And he talked about poll numbers and he said this, quote, "So clearly saying that we're going to be facing an emergency next November." He said that about polls. Do you agree with him?
Yes.
Do you think Democrats are facing an emergency come November 2024?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's not looking great. The poll numbers have been begging for somebody else to hop into this race for almost a year now. His poll numbers, as far as the party is concerned, and as far as who they want to represent their party leadership, the voters of the Democratic Party, he hasn't gotten a lot of support. So seeing those numbers, and I believe in one of his interviews, he was also saying how he just doesn't believe that Biden has the wherewithal to defeat Trump in this election. And ultimately, that's what the party wants, and that's what the party needs. They want to maintain that presidential leadership. So it makes sense that he's throwing his hat in the ring to potentially get voters more excited to come out and turn out to the polls.
I want to talk about polls because I haven't seen any national polls with Dean Phillips yet in there, but he did just announce last week. But President Biden and former President Trump in head-to-heads, recent polls, they're tied. So what do you make of that? And what message is that sending to the Democratic Party?
It's showing a very weak party, because if you're keeping up with what's going on with Donald Trump, he's not doing well. He has nearly 100 federal indictments. He is a criminal, and he is not a popular leader as far as this country is concerned. And to see somebody with a reputation like that, to see somebody who is currently facing gag orders and literal federal crimes and state and local crimes all over this country, to be neck and neck with a president, an incumbent president, is certainly fearful, or it should make the Democratic Party be fearful of where they stand with the American people. So that neck and neck number does not look good, especially when you have somebody who has a quote unquote clean record going against an admitted criminal.